Hello children, let's start with chapter 14, factorization. We'll first begin with what is a factor. Any number, or we can say algebraic expression, because in this chapter we'll be dealing with algebraic expressions. So any number or algebraic expression which divides another number, or you can say another algebraic expression completely. Now when we say completely, it means there should be no remainder. It is called its factor. So in simple terms, when one number divides the other number completely, the number that divides is called the factor of the other number. Now what is factorization? Therefore, the process of writing an algebraic expression as a product of two or more expressions is called factorization. So the process in which we are splitting the algebraic expression into its product of the terms, it's called factorization. In this chapter, we'll be talking about different methods of factorization, namely number 1, common factor method, or we can say highest common factor method. Number 2, grouping method. Number 3, using identity, and which is that identity? That is finding the square of difference of the squares between two numbers. So we can, in simple terms, we can say using identity a square minus b square, which results in a plus b, a minus b. Number 4 is splitting the middle term method. Now in this splitting the middle term method, you will get a trinomial, and that trinomial will be in the form of x square plus bx plus c, where your b and c will be natural numbers. This belongs to natural numbers. And the last method is factorizing a perfect square trinomial. A perfect square trinomial using, like you will have a trinomial which will be a perfect square. That means it will be in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. Both the identities are same. One is with plus sign, other is with minus sign. And a plus b whole square results in a square plus 2ab plus b square, or we can also write it as a square plus b square plus 2ab. And a minus b whole square is same, only this plus 2ab will become minus 2ab. Now, we'll start with first method, which is called common factor method. Now, what is common factor method? You'll get to know when we do the examples. So, I'm going to do example with one example with two different methods. So, say the question is 7a square minus 35ab. Now, whenever we start factorization, we always see that like this is one term and this is the second term. Is there anything common in both the terms? So, we always start with finding out the highest common factor of the numbers. So, 7 and 35, we find the HCF. So, 7 and 35 both are divisible by 7 also and 5 also. So, 7a square, split it, write it as 7 multiply a multiply a. Now, how to write 35? Finding its LCM. 5 7s are 35, 7 1s are 35. So, the factors of 35 are 5 and 7. So, 5 into 7, and AB will be written as multiplied by A multiplied by P. Now, see what is common in both the terms. 7 is common, so we circle it. A is common, so we circle that also. If you don't want to circle like this, you can circle these two also. But the basic purpose is to circle the common terms in both. After that, whatever you have circled, write it like 7A, then put a bracket, and whatever is left will be put inside that bracket. From the first term, we are left with A, and whatever sign is there in the question, put that sign. And from the second term, we are left with 5B. So, close the bracket. So, answer is 7A bracket A minus 5B. Now, we come to the second method, which is actually a direct method. In this, what we do, we find the highest common factor of the given numbers. So, numbers are 7 and 35, and highest common factor is 7 because both are divisible by 7 only. So, now, If you are taking the highest common factor of the numbers, talking about the literals, we will take the lowest power of the common literal. Now there is A, but B is in the second term, B is not there in the second term, so we will not take B. And out of the two, A square and A, the smaller power is A. Now whatever is common, like whatever you get here, write it outside the bracket and then divide each term by that common number. And on dividing, 7A square by 7A we are left with A, 35AB by 7A we are left with 5B. And you can compare your answer, both answers are same. Let's check one more example. 13A4B6 plus 26A6B4 minus 39A square B square. Starting with, I'll be preferring the first method, that is comparatively easy, little long but that's easy. 13A4B6, now 13 can be written as 13 only because it's a prime number. A4, write A 4 times. B6, so write B 6 times. Coming to the second term, 26A6B4. Now 26, find out the LCM the way we have done here. Find out the LCM of 26, like 26, 2, 13 and 13, 1. So that is 2 into 13. So 2 into 13, A has a power 6, open A 6 times. B has a power 4, so open B 4 times. Moving on to the next one, 39 A square B square. 39 is actually 3 multiplied by 13. Again, find out the LCM. A square B square, so A 2 times and B 2 times. Now, we are going to take the common. In first, 13, 13, 13. Now, you have to take that number only common, which is in all three. A, another A, B, and then B is here and B is here. I was not able to circle them together, so I have done it separately. Then second B and second B. Now that's all. Whatever you have taken common, 13, A taken 2 times, so A square, B taken 2 times, so B square. Bracket. Now what is left? From the first term we have A 2 times, B 4 times. So we have A square, B 4. Check the sign of the question, put it here. Second term 2, A 4 times, B 2 times. So A4, B2. Third sign is minus, put the minus sign. And from the third term, we are left only with 3. So answer is this. Few points to keep in mind. If there are two common numbers, like we are taking common, no, 13. Suppose there is one more common number with 13. Multiply the numbers. So you have to multiply both the numbers and that product you will write outside the bracket. Second important point, if no term is left after taking common, like we are taking common, no? So suppose there is nothing left. All terms are taken common, nothing is left. So for that we will always write 1. So first method is done. We'll start with exercise 1, which is based on common factor method.